The possible departure of Trent Alexander-Arnold is shaking the foundations of Liverpool and putting fans on high alert. With the right-back's contract expiring at the end of the season, Real Madrid is already positioning itself as a strong contender to sign him. And it's no surprise. We're talking about a 26-year-old player who has redefined the position, combining defensive and offensive skills in a unique way. According to Fabrizio Romano, a transfer expert, the Spanish giants are not messing around. They have already made an official offer and are willing to do whatever it takes to bring the English star to the Santiago Bernabeu. If this transfer really happens, it will be a devastating blow to Liverpool, who would lose an almost irreplaceable talent. However, the Reds management is already keeping an eye on the market, and one name is beginning to gain traction in the corridors of Anfield. Jeremy Frimpong, the young phenomenon from Bayer Leverkusen. And there's more! The Dutch defender is almost ready for a summer move, which could be a golden opportunity for Liverpool to strike a major deal. Frimpong is not just a good player, he has been one of the most electrifying standouts in the Bundesliga. Under the guidance of Xabi Alonso, the right-back has elevated his game to an impressive level, becoming a key figure in the German team setup. And for those still doubting his talent, just remember, he faced Liverpool themselves this season and, despite the 4-0 loss, left a strong impression at Anfield. Frimpong's quality hasn't gone unnoticed, especially by former player Luis Garcia, who described the Dutchman as simply fantastic. Now, according to Florian Plettenberg, a journalist from Sky Germany, the player is ready to take the next step in his career, with clubs from Spain and England as his main possible destinations. And what makes all of this even more interesting? His price. Leverkusen is willing to negotiate his transfer for around £33 million, €40 million, a real bargain for a right-back of his level. With this amount, Frimpong becomes one of the most affordable options to replace Alexander-Arnold, making the race for his signature even more intense. The Dutchman's name has been circulating behind the scenes at Anfield for months. The 24-year-old is seen as an extremely promising fullback, balancing offensive and defensive talent, and he already has experience in top-level competitions. Of course, Frimpong will never be Alexander-Arnold. After all, the Englishman has a unique playing style, but the Leverkusen. In the 2023/24 season alone, he scored 14 goals and provided 10 assists in 47 matches, helping his team win the Bundesliga title. Impressive statistics for a right-back. The big question now is Liverpool really willing to make this bet? It all depends on the vision of coach Arne Slot, who might prefer a different approach, giving young Conor Bradley, already part of the squad, a chance. However, if the plan is to bring in someone ready to immediately take the starting spot, Frimpong is, without a doubt, the best available alternative. One thing is certain, with Alexander-Arnold's future uncertain and Frimpong on the radar, the next few months are sure to be full of excitement for Reds fans. The question remains whether Liverpool will make the right move and secure this talent for a price that, in today's football, seems like a real bargain. If the possible departure of Trent Alexander-Arnold has already left Liverpool fans concerned, another name has entered the speculation radar: Diogo Jota. With the transfer market approaching, rumours suggested that the Reds would be willing to let go of the Portuguese forward. But does this really make sense? The answer may surprise you. According to information from Rousing the Cop, rumours about a potential sale of Jota are far from reality. Liverpool has major changes planned for the attack, but this doesn't mean the number 20 is on the list of expendables. On the contrary, coach Arne Slot has already signalled that the Portuguese forward remains part of the plans for next season. It's true that Diogo Jota isn't currently at his best. Since returning from injury in December, his performance Federico Chiesa the Reds know they can't afford to lose another forward. Mohamed Salah also remains an uncertainty in the market, making it essential to keep key players in the squad. In other words, the board doesn't want to risk a complete overhaul and understands that Jota can be useful in the new phase under Slot's management. Although Jota is not for sale, Liverpool is still keeping an eye on the market for major offensive reinforcements. Names like Alexander Isak from Newcastle, João Pedro from Brighton, Liam Delap from Ipswich, and Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig are on the club's radar. The strategy is clear. Find an alternative for Jota, but not necessarily an immediate replacement. As for Darwin Núñez, who arrived at Anfield with high expectations, he may be the name that opens up space for a new signing. If the Uruguayan stays, then Jota could once again be considered for a potential sale. For now, however, this possibility seems unlikely. Another name speculated in the market is Luis Diaz. The Colombian, who has scored only one goal in the last 18 matches, has been linked to Barcelona. But the chances of a transfer to the Catalan club are almost non-existent. Rafinha and Lamine Yamal already occupy the wings in Barca's setup, and the club doesn't have the budget for another major investment. Furthermore, Liverpool is continuing to work behind the scenes to renew Diaz's contract. The board knows that losing 4 forwards in the same transfer window would be a disaster, so the trend is to keep the Colombian, especially if Salah ends up leaving the club. With so many changes ahead, one thing is certain. Liverpool doesn't want to take a risk with a radical overhaul. The departure of Alexander-Arnold could already be a significant blow, and losing Jota or Diaz without a high-level replacement could jeopardise Arne Slot's plans. Therefore, as the transfer market heats up, the Reds continue to play their cards cautiously. Jota is not on the list of players available for transfer, but everything could change depending on the club's next moves. Will we see a renewed Liverpool or just a team adjusted for the next season? The coming weeks promise strong emotion.